So on 9C, we need to find the area of each of the faces. Now question A was asking us for the length of AG. We know that these edges are 8. We know that the lateral edge is 24. And I need to find A to G in order to answer the surface area question. So I need to find that length. Now, to find that length, I need to find this triangle right here, this right triangle, and I need to find the leg. So let me just bring this over here. So I'm going to get a right triangle. And this is my A, this is my E in the picture, this is G, this is the right angle. Now it was 8 across the base, but that means from G to E, this is going to be 4. We know the lateral edge was 24. I didn't put that over here, that was 24. And we want to find, I'm just going to call this X. So I'm going to go X squared plus 4 squared equals 24 squared. When I do that math, let's say 24 squared minus basically 16, I get 560. So that length AG is the square root of 560. And as a decimal, that is about a 23.66. Now, I need that length for the surface area. So for the surface area, I need to find the triangles that are the faces and then the pentagon. So if I'm looking at one of these triangles, okay, I'm looking at one of these triangles. So let's just say I'm looking at this triangle right here. All of these triangles are the same. So I just found that, let me just zoom out a little bit more. So I just found that if I'm looking at that triangle, I know that the base is 8. I just found the height. That height was the AG I just found, which was the square root of 560 or 23.66. 23.66. So if I'm going to find the area of this triangle, I'm going to take my base, which is 8, times the height, which is 23.66, divide it by 2. So let me just put that in my calculator. I'm keeping it in as the actual value. So I ended up with a 94 point, let's say 66, for the area of one of those triangles. I have 6 of those triangles all along the face as the lateral faces. So I'm going to take 94.66. I'm going to times it by 6 to get all those triangles. And when I do that math, I get 567.94. Now I also have to find the area of the base. Okay, so the base is a hexagon. So when I'm trying to find the area of the hexagon, I need to find one of those triangles. I know that this is 8. I know that that is going to be a hexagon, has a equilateral triangles. So this is going to become a 30, 60, 90. This piece right here is a 30, 60, 90. So what that means is this right here is 4, because this is also 4. And then that height here is going to be a 4 root 3 because of a 30, 60, 90. So I am going to find the area of one of these triangles. I'm going to take the base, which is 8, times the height, which is 4 root 3, divided by 2. And if I put this into my calculator, I end up getting about a 27.71. And I have 6 of these triangles making up this hexagon. So I'm going to go 6 times 27.71. And when I do that, I end up getting 166.28. So that is going to be the area of the hexagon. Okay. I'm going to add that to the area of the 6 triangles, which are the lateral faces. And when I do that math, I am going to end up having as a total 734.22 as my surface area. So this right here is going to be my surface area. Now, when I'm going to try to find the volume of this, for the volume, I need to have the height of the pyramid. So to find the height of the pyramid, I am going to need to get, let me just get rid of this. I am going to need to get this height right here. And I'm going to draw that to this corner. Now, in this situation, that is going to be one of the sides of that hexagon I just drew. And for that hexagon, each of the sides of that of the equilateral triangles that make up that hexagon are going to be 8. So this is going to end up being an 8. So I'm going to have a right triangle. I'm going to have a right triangle with an 8. Whoops, drawing in triangles. With an 8, a 24, and I need to find that. So, and this is A, this is E, this is F, so you know where I am in the picture. It's this triangle right here. So when I'm doing this, I'm going to have x squared plus 8 squared equals 24 squared. And when I do that math, I end up getting 512. I'm going to take the square root of that. And that is going to be a 22, let's say 0.63. That's going to be the height of this pyramid. So when I'm going to find the volume, I'm going to take the area of the base, which is this 166.28. So 166.28, which is the area of the hexagon. I'm going to times it by the height. That height is this 22.63, 22.63. I am going to, that would be it as a prism. I'm going to divide it by 3, and that's going to give me my volume. So let me get these values. And I get 1,254.14. If your numbers are slightly off from mine, I kept everything in my calculator. I rounded it on the paper, but I kept it in the calculator accurate. So you might be off a little bit from what I have, but hopefully this helps you out.